Hi friends, I'm Sarah Cameron. I'm an independent consultant and I want to talk about how to care for your Norwex and how to prevent it from getting stinky or what to do if it does. So I'm going to be sharing how to care for your Norwex and then a few of my own personal tips for what I do to prevent stink or if it does get stinky, okay? So with your Norwex products, dust mitt obviously a favorite, but with your Norwex Enviro cloths, you know that you can use these cloths to clean so many things in your home, outside of your home, in your car, all the things. So awesome cloths for cleaning just about everything. There are some really important steps to keep it working and smelling good for you for a long time. So tip number one, in between uses, it is extremely important to rinse these out really, really well. So run it under some running water, rub it together, help it release most of what it picked up for you, rub it together, get it all clean. Then, if you were cleaning a lot of really dirty stuff, you can also use some Norwex dishwashing liquid. Put a little bit of that on and help clean it a little bit extra. When you're done rinsing it out, incredibly important to wring it out really, really well. So you can wad it up and wring it like that, but if you fold it over a few times, you can get a lot more water out really easily. And then it is crucial, you can see behind me, I've got cloths hanging up, that you hang them up to dry. Whether you hang it up using the handy tag that also tells you what it is, or you hang it over, like I have here, over a towel bar or over a handle, hang it up to dry. The backlock technology in this cloth, it works to inhibit the growth of bacteria that causes odor. And to do that, your cloth has to be able to dry. If it's wadded up in a sink wet, these cloths are not magical. They have a lot of science behind them, but if you don't hang it up to dry, they will end up stinking. So make sure you take care of it well in between uses, rinse it out well, wring it out well, and hang it up to dry. When it's time to launder your cloths, it's really important to take good care of them in the laundry. They're easy to care for. That is sometimes a big concern, like, oh, I've heard they're hard. No, so easy. So here's what you want to do. And all of your Norwex products come with instructions in the box, which is super helpful. So if you forget what I'm saying, they're right there, but it tells you how to use your cloth, how to use it wet, and machine wash. So machine washing is great to do with your Norwex. You want to throw them in the washing machine regularly. For me, I usually wash mine once a week. You can wash it more often or less often depending on how often you're using it for and for what. Sorry, I've got a fly hovering around my head, but with these, when it's time to wash, put them in the washing machine, wash them with either just themselves or low lint loads, because if you wash it with a linty load, it'll pick up the lint. They do such a great job cleaning. They'll clean the lint off your clothes or towels as well. Highly recommend using one of the Norwex laundry soaps, powder or liquid, it doesn't matter, but the Norwex soaps and the booster gives an extra boost for cleaning your microfiber. These work really, really well for washing all the things, for washing your clothes, for washing your sheets. I wash my rug, all the things. But for your Norwex, it's really important because our cloths pick up so much. So when you're wiping down surfaces, you're cleaning up all the things, you're cleaning the butter, you're cleaning the grease. You want a detergent that's gonna clean your cloths, not gunk them up. So here's a little visual. This is Norwex laundry soap. It's a little sudsy, but it's clear. There's nothing extra in here. This is a leading brand detergent that I used to use. That is a lot of stuff. The reason we encourage using a Norwex detergent and not something like this is all of that stuff over time leaves residue in your cloth. When you leave the residue in the cloth, it can start to get stinky, it can start to get smelly, and it's hard to get it to work well. So highly recommend washing in one of these, and I'll talk more about this in just a second. But wash it in the washing machine, no linty loads, use a Norwex detergent, highly recommend that, and that's why. And then no fabric softener, no bleach. If you do not use dryer sheets, you can dry them in the dryer. If you do use dryer sheets, then just hang them up to dry. Those dryer sheets coat the drum of your dryer, it'll get on your cloths, so you don't want fabric softener or bleach with your cloths, so just hang them up. Okay, that's normal care. Rinse out in between uses, wring out well, hang up to dry, machine wash often with low lint loads or just by themselves, Norwex soap, no fabric softener, no bleach. That's the normal care. If you run into a situation where you're doing those things or you weren't doing those things, so now your cloth starts to smell, you may be due for a deep clean. So this is how I do it. This is not an official how Norwex officially says. This is what I do. So I'm sharing what works really well for me and a lot of people that I know. So what I do if my cloths need a deep clean, which when we had really hard water, I would do this every 3 to 5 months. We have a water softener now, so I only do it every 6 to 9 months. What I do is put some really hot water in a pot. So I do not boil my cloths. I put really hot water in a pot. So I'll boil it, take it off the stove, then put either some of the laundry booster, the microfiber cleaner in there, or the laundry soap, put that in the water and put my cloths that need a deep clean in there and let them soak for a few hours or overnight. Then machine wash like I just told you. If the water is really mucky, you may want to do it one more time to get a good clean machine wash, and then boom, good to go again. But that's a really good way to get, if you've got this stuff that's gunked up your cloths, you may need to do that a couple times to help get that residue out, to get your cloths smelling fresh again. But that's one of the things that's wonderful about Norwex is like, these don't get stinky and smelly unless they need a deep clean or you haven't maybe been taking care of them quite right. So I hope that this helps. Again, they really are truly easy to care for. It's just getting used to a new habit. And once you are, so much easier than any other way of cleaning, in my opinion. And taking care of them, super, super simple. So I hope that that's helpful. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you for taking some time to learn more about Norwex. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.